What is up guys, thanks for watching another video, and in this one I'm going to be giving you my video review for Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2 on the PlayStation 3. So yeah, I appreciate you watching this. Leave your comments down below, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Oh, Mickey, Oswald, the projectors, they're working again!
But there's big news to tell ya. I can stop the earthquakes now. Believe me, I can do it. And soon, I'll show you how.
Like its predecessor, Epic Mickey 2 takes place in a world based on classic and retired Disney characters and attractions. The story begins sometime after the conclusion of the original Epic Mickey, with Oswald and other Wasteland characters starting to rebuild their world. A series of earthquakes threaten to undo the work, but the Mad Doctor appears and convinces Oswald to join forces and combat the new menace. So Gus, the leader of the Gremlins, and Hortensia, Oswald's girlfriend, Mickey and Oswald team up to save the Forgotten World, since only their combined powers can restore it.
A gag from the Gag Factory? What's the big deal?
Well, somebody shoved him there on purpose, and that means the projectors was sabotaged.
Sabotage.
Right, so let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay of Epic Mickey 2 does closely resemble that of the original, where you control Mickey and use the paintbrush tools as your weapon and your kind of guide through the game. There's not much you need to know. Controlling Mickey is easy, and it's literally like any other generic platformer that you've played before, such as Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, games like that. And it's very, very easy to pick up and play for anyone of all ages, which is what they intend as well. As it is a Disney game based on Mickey Mouse, they are intending the younger audience to be into this game, so it is easy to pick up and play. And now one of the biggest updates of this game is that Oswald, the supporting character, is now a controllable character. It can be controlled by the computer or a second player, but unfortunately you can't play as Oswald if you are playing on your own, which is very disappointing in my opinion, because I would have liked to experience Oswald, as I don't really have anyone else to play the game with. Oswald is controlled by the computer, and sometimes that can be a problem when you want Oswald to be there, because there are a lot of co-op moments that you need to happen in the game to progress, and it does take a while for the computer to kind of know what you want it to do, and it does take a while for Oswald to kind of get to you, and so it is frustrating at times. Oswald uses a remote control, which is very basic, and it's very similar to Mickey's paintbrush. But Oswald now uses electricity. But he has other abilities as well, such as flying with his ears, similar to how Sonic and Tails fly in co-op games, and there are some special abilities that Mickey and Oswald can do working together as well, like I mentioned. So it is a great fun game if you've got someone to play it with you, but if you're playing it on your own, be prepared for a few computer problems that will frustrate you at times.
Hey, what you doing up there?
We could ask you the same question.
There are some 2D portions of the game, which are very fun and a bit of light relief from the intensity of the 3D levels. And these 2D levels are filled with Easter eggs and references to past Disney games. So like I said before, they are a nice break from the game, and it gives you a chance, if you are a Disney fan, to look out for some of your favourite Disney films in the background. One of the plus points in the game, I would say, is the kind of level design and the whole atmosphere of the game and the whole setting. If you are a big Disney fan, this isn't going to disappoint you. There's many references to Disney films in the game, not just the Mickey Mouse world. You've got films like Snow White, Bambi, I've seen Buzz Lightyear, I've seen Lion King references. So yeah, if you're a Disney fan, you're going to love the kind of little Easter eggs and everything in the game. And the whole setting is based on, if you didn't know, it was based on Walt Disney's vision before Mickey Mouse came along. And so this whole game is based on all the forgotten cartoon characters and all the forgotten kind of settings and worlds that Walt Disney invented before he settled down on his idea of Mickey Mouse. So it is good to kind of look around this whole Disney universe that's never been seen before. So Disney fans who aren't too familiar with video games aren't going to be disappointed either. The visuals on the game are very nice, they're very charming. And by that I mean it's charming in the sense as where it's a Disney game, it's meant to look like that. Of course, the whole settings are very bright, very colourful, all the characters are all happy, kind of cheerful, kind of Disney characters as you would expect from Disney animations, and it's meant to look that way, and it does really well in making me believe that I'm actually playing a Disney cartoon, and that's what it's meant to do. So I'm not going to say the graphics are kind of bad or anything like that, but I have seen better for the type of game it is. An example is the Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3. They're very similar style games where they're this action platformer where they're based on a cartoonish style look. So perhaps Epic Mickey 2 isn't up to the best kind of standards the PS3 can give. Of course it was multi-platform, so whether they based it so they could fit it on all the consoles with it looking the same. I know it does look very similar on the Wii, but it looks very nice. But I will say the cutscenes in the game are very, very good, and that actually looked like a professional Disney animation film. Despite the game's short story length, it does offer a lot of replay value. There's lots of side missions, lots of unlockables, and a lot of extra fun activities which are there for you once the game has been completed. So once your story's over, the game still does continue and it does hold you in. It is a lot of fun, and like I said before, seeing the Disney worlds all in this one game and all the Disney references, it is good to try and see if you can see them all in the game, especially if you are a Disney fan. Epic Mickey 2 satisfies me for what the game is. It's a small, child-friendly action platformer which, if you played games such as Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter and Spyro, gamers will feel very familiar with. If you're coming here to expect a very long campaign with the graphical style of something along the lines of Uncharted and Killzone, this isn't the game for you. But if you want an easy game where you don't have to focus too much on the story, I definitely recommend Epic Mickey 2. Gamers shouldn't expect an outstanding experience with Epic Mickey. You get what you see on the front cover, a light-hearted action platforming game that's designed for people of all ages. It has its flaws with the toned down graphical style and the short story length, but overall it's a great experience and one that I definitely recommend you check out. Sadly, as the game didn't sell very well and the developers have closed their studio because of the poor sales of the game, sadly we won't be getting a sequel or any further developments into the Epic Mickey franchise. But the two games are definitely worth playing. They're old school and they're like the games we've played in our childhood, and you don't really get those very much anymore. So overall I'm going to give Epic Mickey 2 7 out of 10. So guys, thank you for watching my review of Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate any comment and any feedback that I get. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.